2020X 年。男は本当に退屈しました。彼は退屈を直すための答えを探します。彼が諦め時に答えを見つけました。一人の男対2199のスーパーファミコンゲーム。これはその男の物語だ。Hey guys, thank you so much for clicking on this video. It's Cream1337 here with another SNES game challenge. Last time we played Claymates, Hey What Pachinko World, and 04 Champ RR. We had lots of fun with those games, but we couldn't beat them. Let's check out the next 3 games on our list. Faceball 2000 is a first-person shooter developed by Xanth Software and published by Bulletproof Software Incorporated in September of 1992. This is a port, sequel, remake of the Atari ST game MIDI Maze. In the game, you control a big colorful blob that we're going to call Faceball. The objective of the game is to eliminate the other Faceballs and head to the green exit circle. I'm not the biggest fan of first-person shooters as I was never really good at them. Sorry to my friends who I play Call of Duty with. But I'm really impressed they managed to make one on the SNES. Each level takes place in a real-world city, but bear no likeness or have any type of landmarks to confirm the city. For example, the first level takes place in Honolulu, Hawaii, but I see no sight of Johnny Tsunami or palm trees anywhere. Sorry Hawaii. Aloha au ai aue. According to Moby Games, this game has 70 mazes or levels, all ranging in difficulty. Typically, the further you get, the harder it gets. The first couple levels were easy, but then I ran into a green bastard simply known as the Gremlin. Unlike the others, gremlins move very quick, much quicker than your turning mechanics. If their speed wasn't enough, they're also incredibly durable. I made it to level 7 before getting absolutely blindsided. I would have tried again, but instead of starting from level 7, they sent me back to level flipping 1. I like Honolulu, but I was not trying to revisit this soon. Computer and Video Games gave Faceball 2000 35 out of 100, declaring, whilst the 3D is neatly updated, everything else about Faceball is tedious in the extreme. It takes ages to get a series of nasties which move at anything other than a snail's pace, and when they do, they're still ridiculously easy to hit. The developers have added a couple of additional game options to liven things up, a team mode for instance, but there are just no disguising that this is a true stinker. And for once, I agree with Computer and Video Games magazine. The game wasn't that fun, and difficulty spike and sluggish controls made things worse. I'm gonna give Faceball 2000 1 Zelda token out of 5. Hello Megaman, we meet again. Megaman 7 was published and developed by Capcom and was released on September 1st, 1995. Mega Man 7 is part of the Mega Man series that started all the way on the NES in 1987 and is not part of the X series. Not counting Mega Man Soccer, which we'll get to later, this is the first mainline Mega Man game released on the SNES. I haven't really played Mega Man 1 through 6, but I get the gist of it. In Mega Man 7, Dr. Wily gets sent to the Slammer. 6 months go by before 4 of Dr. Wily's goons spring him out of jail. You know, the same thing happened in Mega Man X2. Does catastrophic events only happen in a 6-month cycle in the Mega Man world? Fun! If you saw my Mega Man X2 review, you know that I'm not too good at Mega Man, but I'm going to give it my best shot. Instead of 8 stages, there are 4, so it should be easier, right? The opening stage goes how you would expect it would. The opening stage goes about how you would thought it would go. There's a problem, and Mega Man has to take care of it. Once the stage boss got smoked, we met the best character of the whole damn series, Bass and his dog Treble. Apparently they were trying to defeat Dr. Wily while Mega Man was MIA. In true Mega Man fashion, Base calls us weak before departing and off we go to kick some ass. I started out with Cloudman for obvious reasons.
It's the motherfucking Eagle Double G.
Things were going fine until in true Cream fashion I overthink a jump and fall to my death. Things would go from bad to worse as once again I fall in the same spot. I don't know what it is, I just overthink and fall like a rock. I pick myself up and make it deeper into the stage before encountering the scariest thing I've ever seen in a Mega Man game. Invisible platforms. Despite being absolutely terrified, I made it past the invisible platforms only to get pulled in by a giant fan man. Great. Next try, we would make it to the boss, Cloudman. Mega Man boss battles have never been my forte. It takes so much to get to them in the first place that I don't have the cognitive resources to pick up on their patterns. The fight started off well, to me anyways, before I decided to slide to my death because of a little bit of rain. Heartbroken, I move on to Burstman. Burstman stage looks like a lab facility filled with bombs and an underwater section? What in the HE double hockey sticks is going on here? A couple deaths later, and I make it to the mini-boss of the stage. If things weren't hard enough, I opted for a shoot first and worry about my damage later type of strategy, and that went as well as you can imagine. Next up is the contender for the coolest pose in the Mega Man series, Freeze Man. Get it? Because he's made of ice? You know? What happens when water reaches its freezing point and solidifies?
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Anyways, I wouldn't make it in Freeze Man as I kept on sliding and fell onto some friendly spikes.
That's good.
I was so heartbroken that I decided to call it quits there. At this point, I'm convinced I'm never going to beat a Mega Man game. Gameplay aside, the game looks beautiful and vibrant, and the music was great, as per usual with Mega Man. Maybe because I played Mega Man X2, but I didn't feel like the game was cheating me difficulty-wise. I died a lot, but I had fun, and that's all that matters. According to reviews I read, this game was appreciated more later rather than when it was released. My favorite people at EGM gave Mega Man 7 a 74 out of 100, stating, Mega Man 7 continues the Mega Man tradition by chucking more secrets and weapons at us than ever before. The graphics are only okay, and the levels seem uninspired. Where Mega Man 7 excels is with all the little things to find. You'll go nuts looking for all the rush letters. The gameplay is as sound as ever, nothing really different. This cart is definitely harder than the others. It is as tough as the first in the series. Good, but not great. I'm gonna give Mega Man 7 3 Zelda tokens out of 5. Spanky's Quest is a platforming game published and distributed by Natsume in July of 1992 and in Japan in 1991, making this game older than me. By how much, that is up to you to find out. At a first glance at the title, I have no flipping idea what's about to happen. I see an apple and a pear playing volleyball, a strawberry surfing in the distance, and a pineapple being assaulted by marbles. All while the titular hero Spanky just casually eating a banana. Okay, let's see what this game is all about. The game starts off with Spanky taking a stroll in the forest when out of nowhere multiple blocks fall out of the sky, trapping him in a tower, and is then greeted by a mysterious shadow. Before Spanky can make sense of what's going on, they are chased by an angry looking melon and an orange, and our game begins. The objective of each level is to collect a key and race to the door. Enemies hurl themselves at you, and your only means of defense is a ball that you bounce on your head that turns into a baseball, which is small and quick, 5 soccer balls that cascade down and provide multi-hit, 5 basketballs that cover a lot of space, and a volleyball that splits into 5 and acts as a shield. I absolutely love the charm and look of the game. It looks nothing like the start screen. Enemies range from the aforementioned melon and orange tag team, kiwis, apples, strawberries, and evil floating lemons. What kind of Wonderworld mess is this? As the game went on, the more and more I had fun. I fell in love with the charm of the game. The music, the art, I can't stop gushing about it. Okay, enough monkeying around. I made it to the first boss of the game, a giant green apple. Out of all the first stage bosses I faced while on this challenge, this had to be the smoothest one. I even pulled out some sick nasty gamer moves en route to a big victory. Level 2 was a different story. I was ambushed time and time again by enemies and these weird bells. Whatever. Enforce gave the game 75 out of 100, stating, "If you're a real platform freak, this is worth a look, but for all the rest of you, there are much better offerings available." Which I kinda agree with, but I'd argue this game is a very solid platform with a lot of fun elements. I'm gonna give Spanky's Quest 4 Zelda tokens out of 5.